Welcome to Inside Insight, your quick hit of tips, tools, and trends for manufacturing, distribution, and Dynamics 365 Business Central, brought to you by InsightWorks.
Okay, let's dig into this. We've got some notes and excerpts here about DocXtender for Dynamics 365 Business Central.
Right.
And the basic idea, we all have files scattered everywhere, invoices, emails, whatever. How do you actually link those directly to your records in BC? That's what we want to unpack today, based purely on these sources.
Yeah, and what's interesting about the material is how practical it seems. Not much marketing speak, really, just here's a problem, here's how this tool apparently solves it.
Exactly.
So yeah, our focus is just on the nuts and bolts. How does this thing work for document management inside Business Central, specifically the cloud version, according to what you've shared?
Right. So the core problem highlighted is pretty universal. Lost files, scattered documents, basically wasted time and inefficiency.
We've all been there, searching endlessly.
Totally. And the solution presented is, well, pretty simple on the face of it. Drag and drop. You just pull your document, invoice, PO, email onto the Business Central record it belongs to. One source even calls it a digital paperclip, which I thought was kind of neat.
That's a good visual. That digital paperclip idea, it really gets at the simplicity, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because linking it right there, in context, you immediately see how that saves time later. No more hunting through shared drives.
For sure.
Plus, it likely cuts down on errors the documents attached to the right place. And, for compliance, having that clear audit trail and version control, it's all right there.
It does make you think, though. How much time do people spend just looking for the right document in their day-to-day?
Exactly. And the sources suggest this isn't just for one department. They list quite a few potential users.
Yeah, supply chain, manufacturing, accounting, sales, quality teams, even HR. It covers a lot of ground.
And for each one, the benefit seems pretty direct and practical.
Right, like supply chain, attaching POs, invoices, maybe packing slips right to the vendor record, or the purchase order itself. Instant visibility.
Or manufacturing linking drawings, maybe work instructions, directly to a production order. So it's right there for the shop floor.
And accounting, probably the most obvious one. Keeping all the financial backup tied directly to the transaction. Audits must be way easier.
You'd think so. And sales, too, contracts, quotes, important emails, links straight to the customer or the sales order, gives you that full picture.
So it's less about just storing files somewhere and more about getting them into the workflow where people actually need them.
Precisely. It's embedding them in the operational context.
The sources also mentioned some newer updates in Release 2.3. One was duplicate file management. What exactly did the material say that does?
Okay, yeah, that one sounded interesting. It seems it automatically handles things when you try to upload the same file twice to SharePoint via DocXtender. It can replace the old one or rename the new one. Apparently even works with background uploads.
So the practical benefit there is cleaner records, less confusion about versions.
Pretty much. It's like an automatic tidying up tool. Helps make sure the linked document is the right one, the current one. Stops that digital clutter building up.
Okay, that makes sense. Another one was multi-language folders.
Ah, yes. Instead of SharePoint folders having like cryptic system names.
Yeah, like table numbers or something.
Right. The sources say they now use the actual table captions from Business Central, the names people recognize.
Which seems small, but I guess makes navigating those folders in SharePoint much more intuitive for users, regardless of their language setting in BC.
Exactly. Just makes it easier to find stuff if you do browse SharePoint directly.
Yeah.
The material also briefly noted some expanded integration options.
Like integration events and exposed procedures. Sounds a bit more technical.
Yeah, more for developers or maybe power users. But so what is that it allows DocXtender's core function to connect more seamlessly with other apps or custom processes.
Ah, okay. So you could potentially automate attachments from other systems, perhaps, beyond just the manual drag and drop.
That seems to be the implication. It opens up possibilities.
And one final point the sources really hammered home with the commitment behind it. InsightWorks apparently states it's 100% free, fully supported, and they keep improving it.
Yeah, and that commitment, well, it means reliability, doesn't it? Knowing it's not just some tool they released and forgot about.
Right.
Whether you're attaching 5 documents a day or 5,000, knowing it's supported and free adds definite practical value.
So if we wrap this up based on the sources, the main takeaway is that DocXtender offers a very direct, drag-and-drop way to link documents to records in Business Central Cloud. It seems positioned as a straightforward fix for those common problem scattered files, wasted time impacting lots of different roles.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe something for you listening to consider. If linking essential documents directly into your main business system is now this, well, simple and free, what does that really mean for the future of paperwork in systems like BC? What other manual document processes could potentially be streamlined or even automated just by having that direct contextual link readily available? Makes you wonder, doesn't it?